Hey friends, and welcome to another event vlog, and this time it's for our DreamHack adventures. We unfortunately couldn't get the Friday off from work, so we did arrive a lot later than everyone else. However, we were still able to catch up with some friends for Panda's birthday on the Friday night. Our first stop was this cute little Italian restaurant where we had some pasta and tiramisu. It was actually super tasty, and definitely what we needed after a big day. Our next stop was Fortress, where they were hosting a karaoke party in celebration of DreamHack. And yes, as you could see in the previous video, we did still have our luggage with us. But of course that didn't stop us from having a good time and hanging out with more friends. Of course we also sang to the bangers when they came on too. Coming to Fortress was a good idea because we had a lot of fun and it was a good start to our DreamHack weekend. Also, don't mind Luge and Sue being adorable on the dance floor. It was finally day one, or well, day two for everyone else, and we were finally on our way to DreamHack. We of course stayed with Alex's brother while we were in Melbourne and we caught the Bluey tram in. It was really cute and we found out that it's only there for a limited amount of time and you can actually track it around on the Melbourne app. We did also find some friends on the tram there and we arrived at Rod Laver Arena just in time to pick up my creator badge and just before 11 o'clock, which is when the door opened. There was a huge line to get in, so in the meantime we caught up with friends and tested the microphones. This was the first time that I was planning to use the Rode Wireless 2 that we have, and it was the first time connecting it to my camera as well.
Like you put a few people in front, you'll get it won't make much of a difference.
Did it work all the way down there?
It's still.
I'm pretty sure I only used it like once during the whole event. I completely forgot to get this creator's name, but there was someone going around with a mouse pad that was getting every creator to sign, and I did sign it, of course. Then we caught a bunch of the Ubi fam out the front and took some pictures in front of the sign. Our first event for the day was supposed to be a Ubisoft meetup at 11 o'clock. However, the line was too big, and as 11:30 rolled around, we did have to cut the line so we could get to the community meetup zone. We didn't miss out on too much though, because we were all out the front together anyway. But the community meetup zone was outside on this wonderful balcony, and it was really bright and really lovely outside too. They also had a board for the Ubisoft community meetup, which of course we signed our names on, and I made sure Alex signed it too. It was good to catch up with some new and old faces because we don't have a lot of Ubisoft meetups much, and we did try to get another group photo. Unfortunately, we were facing the wrong way, so we did have to turn around and face away from the light. But we got there in the end. I also took some photos and videos with friends which you can catch in a montage at the end of the vlog too. Next we were on our way down Rainbow Road and into the hall towards Artist Alley. Pokemon Go did also have a Pokestop just inside, and HoloLive had a big screen with some cutouts on the way there as well. I did eventually find the big orange arch, which led us to the Artist Alley and to our friends. We had quite a few friends in the Artist Alley, of course all of our Adelaide streamer friends, and a few more, although I'm not sure I got footage of everyone. We did our normal stop by Burrows, Mel, Eliza and Jimmy to see how they were going and whether they needed any water or anything, before we left to explore a little bit more. As I'm sure you guys have all seen, I was lucky enough to attend DreamHack as a creator this year. Alk was my +1 and unfortunately didn't get creator as well, but we did a sneaky and took Mel's creator pass so he could come up into the lounge with me. He was my cameraman after all. First things first, we of course signed the creator wall. I did make sure Alk signed it as well because he is a creator. And I wanted to do a special little sign for Teal because even though she wasn't there, I knew that if she could be, she probably would be. We ran into some friends up in the creator lounge as well as the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, while he was doing a gremlin squat for Shell Bunny's axolotl. And even though I was scheduled to receive some creator photos a little bit later, they weren't too busy, so we snuck in and got some photos there. Huge shout out to Nick Watson and Ben Cook for taking all of the creator photos and making them look amazing. We didn't stay in the creator lounge too long because it was time to go see our friend Jaden at his Jurassic Outpost meetup. We did only catch the end of it though, so we got to see the inflatable dinosaurs and then headed out onto the main expo floor. This was actually the first time that I had ever been in the Rod Laver Arena itself, let alone onto the floor while there was an expo running. It did feel a little bit crowded because it was all in the one spot while they had performances and podcasts on the stage, but we managed to get around. And of course we found the Monster Energy booth and picked up a few free cans before checking out some PCs along the way. MSI did have this big dragon plushie and I really wanted to steal it. However, I'm not tall enough to get it down. We did run into the dino friends as well on the floor who fit in perfectly with the MSI booth. I think the coolest thing to come out of the whole expo floor was this dragon PC at the MSI booth, and oh my god, y'all know how much I love dragons. I absolutely wanted this. MSI, if you're listening, please hit me up. Trash Taste were also having their podcast on stage while we were down on the expo floor, and then we also found some collectibles in a little corner. We soon left out the same door we came in, but continued around the hall and came across some esports players as well as the esports stage. As far as I'm aware, there are multiple arenas in the area and they're all connected through some doors, so we somehow wandered in there. Then on the way out of there, we ran into the artist alley again, except down the other end. I think the best thing that DreamHack did this year was the artist alley, and they actually showcased 92 artists if I remember correctly. I did try to record as many stalls as possible, however I was also trying to save battery and also trying to pass by as quickly as possible so I didn't stop, get distracted and spend more money than I actually had. There were some really cool artists though, and I did get some of their business cards so I can follow them and look them up later. About halfway through the artist alley, we found our friends Neon and Vasha sitting down on one of the chairs along the wall. And they gave me a little gift, which ended up being a really cute Navi pin that came in a treasure chest wrapping. We then said our goodbyes and ended up wandering the whole way around and back out the front where we took some photos with the DreamHack sign. It was at this point that we also realized we were feeling kind of hungry, so we went back into the event and got some dumplings. The dumplings were a little bit pricey, but it was con food and it was actually quite delicious, so I was happy. Excuse Alex yawn, of course I had to record him at that moment, but we went back inside because it was time for the DreamHack Cosplay Championships. Some of the judges we've actually met before, there was a celebrity judge as well, and we had a couple of friends participating in the competition. As you guys know, I dabble in cosplay a little bit myself. I am nowhere near as good as majority of these performers. So I am in absolute awe when I see some completed outfits like this. I'm a huge fan of any cosplay championships and I always try to make time to go and see them if I'm at an event and go and support a bunch of the acts too because they put in a hell of a lot of effort to be there. This Harley Quinn was probably one of my favorites. It was so well made and she was only apparently a novice. This cosplayer here is our friend Pie by Pie, so I of course wanted to get some of her. And I know Forgeling too, which is really cool, so I was glad we were there to support. A lot of these cosplayers are just outstanding, especially this Alice one. I'm pretty sure they said she used more than 5 different types of materials for the dress alone, and she just looked incredible. Another one of my favorites was of course the Horse God from Legend of Zelda. If I remember correctly, this cosplayer is Georgia Cosplay and she is known quite a lot around the cosplay community and has intricate cosplays every single time. There were so many cosplayers that participated and unfortunately I don't think I recorded every single one of them, but I did try to record as many as possible. After the main cosplay competition, they of course had a cosplay parade before the judges came to their final decisions. And we got to see some pretty cool cosplays, including these COD gamers, Inosuke from Demon Slayer, I'm pretty sure there was a Luigi at some point, and then it came to the final decision. I can't remember everyone who won off the top of my head, but the winner of the professionals was Vi. They made every single part of their cosplay except for the shoes. At this point of the afternoon, there wasn't too much time left of the event, so Alk and I did some more wandering around. We found the cozy corner, which we sat out for a little bit just to recuperate, and then found the streaming booths, which Hi Alex and Elmsa were streaming at too. We did a little drive-by, hello, and then we were on our way out of the event. Alk and I were feeling pretty tired at this point, so we didn't know what our plan was, but we just knew that we had to get food. We were lucky enough though to catch the Bluey tram back on the way home. And I was happy I got to record a little bit more of it.
Hello.
How was your con?
I'm tired.
That sounds like a great con.
What? I didn't hear that.
So that sounds like a great con.
It was. So, the convention was good. We got to see a lot of friends. I missed out on quite a lot of people's panels, and I'm very sad about that. But I managed to see a lot of people anyway and go to a couple meetups, so that was good. And we got a lot of photos. And then we saw the cosplay. We saw the cosplay stuff, and that was really cool. But I very much hit a wall and I'm very tired. So we're gonna go home, we're gonna eat something, and then we're gonna probably go out and meet more friends at Fortress.
Like I'm pretty sure past Ellie said, we went back home to our accommodation and Uber Eats some Hungry Jacks to meet us there when we got there. We did also say goodbye to the Bluey tram because we won't see it till Monday. And of course I didn't record anything while we were eating at home, but we were then on our way into the city to go to Fortress. I also didn't get as much footage here as possible because it was really dimly lit. And we spent the night talking and chatting with friends anyway. We did also get to see my friend Junie, who I absolutely love and adore, but I didn't get her on camera and I feel really bad about it. We stayed there for a few hours and then headed home.
Day 1 of DreamHack for us done. Technically day 2 of DreamHack. We had a very good day. We ran around quite a lot, saw a lot of friends. We did miss out on quite a few panels that we did want to go to. However, I'm not too mad about it because I was very tired by the end of the day anyway. So I'm excited for Sunday, day 2 for us, day 3 for everyone else. We've got a meet up in the morning and we do have a panel that we do want to go to in the afternoon, and I will also be live streaming to TikTok around 2 o'clock. So hopefully that all goes well and we will see what happens for tomorrow.
Day 2. I was super excited to get to the arena because we did have a fair few events on today as well. But things don't always go as planned, especially when you're in Melbourne, because our way to the arena was blocked by a huge protest. A very valid one, to be fair. This just meant that we had to take a little detour, and instead of getting a tram into the arena, we walked along the river. I was thankful because it was a really nice day, and we also got some food along the way so we weren't starving when we got there. This time, Alk and I went through the back door to escape the massive line out the front, and this also meant that we got to go for a little walk through the artist alley. There wasn't any time to stop though because we were on our way to the Ace Creators meetup. For anyone that doesn't know, I am signed with Ace Creators for my TikTok streams, and although I'm on a little hiatus at the moment, I usually stream 3 times a week on TikTok with Ace. While I went to the bathroom, Alk got some shots of this outdoor archery thing, which looked really cool and we didn't get to participate in. But then we were on our way to Rainbow Road where we met up with mob zombies who take videos and photos of cosplayers usually, but this time for DreamHack we're taking and putting together a video of creators. I had been talking about this with them beforehand in the unofficial DreamHack Creator Discord, so I was really excited to get some videos done. Also, if you don't know me, even though I live stream, I am very awkward in front of a camera, so it did take a few tries to get used to. And of course, Alk was making me laugh by being a doofus behind the camera, of course. You can probably tell from the shaking from this shot right here, he was dancing from side to side. In the end, they did get some pretty cool shots of me, and I have been included in their creator video on YouTube. This is what they made me look like, and of course I'll link the full video in the description. We were then on our way over to the stream studio once again. We had a few friends in the streamer booths, of course, so we once again went by and said hello. We then stuck around because we had a few friends on a panel. I've known Alex and Noir for a little bit now, and we met Kel and Pixel Cutes right there, and they were absolutely lovely. The panel was about identifying as queer Asians and how they fit in within the streaming space. It was a very informative panel, and I'm very proud of all of them for getting up there.
If I have to ask, I do have to ask a question about your identities. When was that sort of moment that you kind of, identified as, the gender that you want, the sexuality that you have today? So for example, I know Calosaurus and Pixels are both bisexual, so when was that moment that you basically was like, oh, this is me?
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a serious answer for this. It'll be Shigo from Kim Possible.
Yeah.
By the time the panel was done, it was time for the next rotation of streamers in the streamer booths. So we went and said hi to a few more friends and even caught a little bit of the next panel, which was about content creation as a parent. We then stopped quickly by the artist alley once again to go say hi to our friend Ronnie, and then went back up into the creator lounge to get some more photos. Alk didn't come with me this time because we didn't steal the pass, but I went up there on my own to go say hello to some friends. And instead, Alk went and caught some of the esports. As Video Ellie said previously, I was also supposed to be streaming on TikTok at this point, but I did have to verify my age again, so I didn't manage to stream at the event. This just meant I had more time to walk around the expo hall, check out the esports, check out a lot of the gaming handheld devices, and our friend Emily at the Intel booth gave me a little chicken. Once again, we were knackered and it was time for food, so we found some hot dogs and some Monster Energy drinks, and then a quiet corner in the cozy corner to sit and relax. This was such a great idea. I really loved going and just decompressing and getting away from all of the overstimulation. Another thing I liked about DreamHack is everything is in rather close proximity, so it was really good to just be able to walk around, and everything was always rotating. So even by the time we stopped in the cozy corner, we saw more friends in the streaming booths and another panel. And more speed running, which was really cool, and I don't think I filmed throughout the rest of the vlog. But it was safe to say that I did enjoy the proximity and the size of DreamHack itself. My favorite thing overall though was of course getting to see so many friends. As someone who's unsure whether we're gonna make it to PAX this year, DreamHack just kind of made my year already because I was able to see so many people. The event, however, was coming to an end, so we did slowly start to make our way outside where they were having Hobbit hoedown and fighting dragons, but the sun was going down, which meant that it was our cue to get out of there. Alk and I also decided that we weren't going to go out that night because we were absolutely defeated. So before we returned home, we stopped in the city to get some Japanese food and even stopped at this little dessert shop too. I'm not sure if I can actually show this in my vlog, but I thought, what the heck. It was a one-time thing, everyone knows about it, and I really wanted a waffle or donut or whatever it was, and this was just the shape it came in. Honestly, it wasn't too bad, and if you are looking to get some very themed desserts, then my Kiki is a good place to stop in. And that was it for day 2. Welcome to the little credits of my DreamHack vlog. This is where I show all of the friends, or most of the friends, that we ran into at the event. It was so awesome to catch up with everyone, and it was such an awesome event. I really wish I could have taken more videos and captured a lot more, but I had a lot of fun despite being so tired. Hopefully next year we can be there for the entire weekend because I really enjoyed DreamHack. And in saying that, I hope you guys really enjoy this vlog. If you want to check out any of our friends' pages, all of them are tagged in each video with their Twitch usernames. So they should be pretty easy to find. There won't be too many more event vlogs because there aren't many events happening, but whatever comes next, I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye bye!